Welcome back, Scorpio. This is Regina extending the full moon in Gemini reading, and I'm going to get started by clarifying the Queen of Swords in the first house with the Temperance card in the second house and the High Priestess in the third house. For all of the heavy lifting that I believe you are doing in terms of facing up and taking responsibility to many of the belief systems that you have perhaps internalized, you are also actively and consciously tapping in to a greater source of information and wisdom, and that is based on your self-knowledge, the way you understand that you learn, the way that you have communicated through based on this foundation of self-knowledge. This really includes reflection, your ability to reflect deeply, to hold your memories as sacred, to hold the past experiences and the emotions that have been engendered by that as critical in framing the wisdom which you now are able to implement based on this incredible knowledge you've accumulated in your life. You're using that to balance out and harmonize your experience of the world. Excuse me. So the idea that you are balancing an old set of beliefs against an alternative that is continually being created by you and others. These universal thoughts, this idea of a diversity of truths and experiences that inform the diversity of ways that we can experience the world as we would like it to be, the way that our thoughts can frame an ideal community, a safe or peaceful world, is critical to the way that you're finding healing in your life. This may be your active utilization or engagement in communities of discourse, in teaching, in publishing, in sharing information, in being actively creative in whatever way that you are either a creator or you are a creative, or you are a creator, and that includes business, creating, mechanics, engineer, in whatever way you exercise your abilities in the world. You are bringing in a sense of balance and harmony with your authentic values. This is about recognizing that your values are what frame your contribution to the planet and the kind of reward that you expect or receive back from those efforts. The devil in the fourth house is being clarified by the Five of Pentacles in the fifth house and the Magician in the sixth house. Wow. There is something indeed that you are building and creating, and you are always, at least my sense now, is that you are always looking to change the sense of lack that exists, not only in your world, but in the world. And this is perhaps a theme that's running through our experience of enlightenment at this time, our consciousness building and raising, that the idea that this is a zero-sum game, that some people get most, and which means that most people get less, is an idea that you have overturned, that you understand is not valid, and that there is enough for everyone. All needs can be supplied, and all can have what is necessary. But you also understand that this sense of lack is something that has been conditioned within us as a way of accepting, in many ways, the meager rewards that many of us receive for the hard work we do, as if it is less than the work of those who are privileged and empowered and with an excess of resources. So this is something you're actively changing for yourself, but also in the world that you experience. And this is supporting this idea of a creative. This is building the sense of your need to build or create something that comes as a clear expression of your experiences, of your will, of what you understand is necessary in the world. And this is quite likely to be something that is collective, is collaborative, is a vehicle or a way or a resource that others work together well. This can also be about impacting a cleaner and a healthier experience of the world in your individual life, but also in the social world you occupy, where you are able to create something with all the tools at your disposal. This is reflecting your greater sense of abundance that's available to the world, and your heightening skills of negotiating that with others, and responding to the resistance to your better ideas. You're really employing your creative skills and talents to create something that is not deterred by the resistance of others who cannot understand or accept the value of creating more for more people. The Seven of Swords in the 7th house is clarified by the Six of Pentacles in the 8th house. This is about really exactly what I was saying, and I always love it when this happens, that it is your desire to distribute resources equitably, to do that along the terms of explicit agreements with others, where the exchange is clear. What is given is also reflected by what is received, so that there is a sense of equity in all of your ability to share resources. And in many ways, Scorpio, that's the area in which you are, the full moon in Gemini is reflecting directly on. How those in your environment, quite possibly in your more intimate shared environment, are sharing the resources that you all collectively own. And this is really about this balance and reflection that I am understanding that you are implementing as a result of this idea of accessible abundance for all, that everyone can have what they need moving forward in order to create what they want. And this is really about, again, a reflection of this profound balance that you have been working on in your personal and individual life, where you're literally transmuting the values and resources you have into those things that you need, taking this to a collective level so that you're actually overturning a profound misconception in our current world of a lack, this worldview that there isn't enough for everybody, and that others are going to take away what belongs to us. Other, what do they call them? Illegal immigrants or something like that. As an idea, I think you know what I'm talking about, that others are going to come and take what we have away, what we rightly deserve away from us. You are absolutely clear that that is a myth that is promoted for a certain for an advantage of a certain group of people, and you are working in your individual life and in your social experience to operate counter that disbelief. The 10th house, the Page of Swords or the Knight of Swords, is clarified by the Devil in the 11th house and the Three of Swords in the 12th house. This has been a very, very difficult and challenging journey for you, Scorpios. Not that you have not resonated with the power that you obviously have and hold, that you know is yours, but for the amount of work that you feel that you can do to heal the suffering in the world. You are very finely kin to the experience of pain, suffering, and failure that so many experience, and you, having taken responsibility for that in your own life, are in a position to model this exercise in deeper healing, in deeper transformation, where again the resources, the things that you have, can be continually on a daily basis transformed into the things that you need so that you can build the things that you desire. I hope this has been helpful, Scorpio. I'm going to finish this off with a flora and fauna of Africa as a way of honoring the animals and plants of the motherland, not to glorify a mystical or mythical past, but to acknowledge our preparedness for the future that we're creating. And I pulled the Arabian camel, and the plant that is pictured is the glorious burdock plant, and the key word is persistence. Be patient and persistent in your journey. You're on the right path. Be sure to care for yourself first so that you can care for others. And I might add that the burdock plant is a marvelous herb that one can use for all kinds of internal balancing. So with that, my blessings to you, Scorpio. Until next time, namaste.